Yo, how's it going, guys? This is Ocien,
I'm Omar.
and we are doing our Rise of the Duelist box off. As promised, we are going to compete to see who pulls best. And why are we doing this, Omar?
Well, we are doing our box off. We did it separately for our recordings due to Crush Card Virus, as everyone knows, and just scheduling. We decided to do this remotely. So we have both footages of our pools. So OCO is on the left side, and I am on the right side.
And for obvious reasons, I am the favorite to win in this Rise of the Duelist box off. But we'll see. Omar says he pulled hot, so I mean, I believe him. He's pulled a lot of good things, but yeah, here we go. The first couple boxes. I'm gonna be focusing on the right because I haven't seen this. This is the first time I'm seeing this. So yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, well, we're starting off, and I
We got
see. I think
supers.
we both started with supers, and as a lot of you already know, these boxes are mappable. So we don't know exactly where the ultra is, but once we find one side, we should know where it is on the other side
Yeah, can you
at the
talk
start.
about the mapping for us?
Yeah,
This
so
is probably one of the first times I've heard about this. Me coming back into the game, so it's interesting.
yeah, so some boxes, and I don't know if it's specific to core sets or because I've even heard that Toon Chaos was also mappable. But basically, if you're able to open the left side and you see a certain order to where the supers, ultras, and secrets are, there could be the case that the right side of the box is also the same. And what this means is when you get cases, this could potentially allow you to know exactly where all the ultras and super and secrets are within your given case.
Ooh, the first ultra pulled by Omar. It is Shadow Schism.
Yes, a really good card, really, really good card that both Dogmatica, but also I'm sure all Shadal players are very happy to receive this card. Basically, it lets you get free Windia or anything you want from your extra deck. That's a Shadal. And OCL getting an Ultra, his first Ultra, which I
That is the
believe.
worst ultra you want to get. As you can see, I am off to a hot start, and it was such a fun time for me to get that first ultra. It's very demoralizing. But as we continue, like Omar was saying, this set provided a lot of Dogmatica or Dogmatica support. Omar's been talking about combining possibly a Numeron Dogmatica deck, which I believe might be kind of OP. I mean, I'm not a competitive player, but he's played me a lot of times. Oh my God, is that the Forbidden Droplet?
Yeah, so that is my one of
Dude,
my first secret for the box is a
get
forbidden
out of here.
droplet.
You won. You won. That is crazy. Oh
So
my God.
again, the money card of the set. I mean, aside from Forbidden Droplet, I think the best secret you can get is Triple T's or Triple Tactics Talent, as well as possibly the Nadir Servant. But we are seeing that Forbidden Droplet is becoming the dominant card of the set. Oh, and I see the Dogmatica Maximus from OCL.
Yeah, and I thought that was like awesome, but as you can see, he pulled the Forbidden Droplet, which is kind of a great card, but it's super expensive.
Oh yeah.
Super expensive. Which we're getting back to. This Dogmatica kind of engine is probably going to see a lot of
Really
competitive
pricey.
play, but it's really pricey.
Yeah, and I
Um,
mean, it has been seeing competitive play for the LCS, and I believe it was the Quarantine at Home tournament. We did see that Dogmatica was, I think, like 38% of representation, which is a lot. Obviously, we don't have a lot of data because, well, we were not having events, and Konami doesn't really consider outside events as data, but we should be expecting to see Dogmatica becoming prevalent. Who knows what will happen in November because we are getting Phantom Rage, which means we get a new archetype like Tri Brigade. But seeing the Dogmatica engine come in so hot so early, it is, it is a little scary considering, Maximus can send stuff from your extra deck to the grave, which lets you play Elder Entis and other things like that. So that's pretty cool, as well as like Ecclesia lets you search. Floor, it becomes a beat stick on its own that's permanent. All your Dogmaticas become beat sticks. So that's something to look out for in the future for sure.
As you guys seen, this set came out with a couple of Starlight Rare, which are, in my opinion, a really beautiful card. Super expensive, but it's a beautiful card. I'm not sure if Forbidden Droplet was in there. I know Triple Tactical Talents and Ecclesia, as you just mentioned, which we were fortunate enough to pull, and that is one of the cards we are up for sale to reach out to us in DoubleO if you're interested. But yeah, this set seems to be holding up. I'm not sure if it's because of the mapping that he was talking about, but it contains a lot of support for Dogmatic. It's a very strong set so far.
Yeah, and we can see, I mean, you already pulled the new Melfi support card, the Exceed. We have some of the Artillery Turtle, I believe that's what it's called, but the Turtle support. So it's a set that I think has a little bit of something for everybody. And I think that's what makes this set really popular. I mean, we had Melfi, we had Koki Maru. I mean, it was just one card, but still. We had the Infernoble Knight stuff come out. We had Speedroid, the new Raid Raptors Exceeds, a bunch of Gaia support. So it is a set that I think has a lot of both nostalgia, but as well as like current hype with like Forbidden Droplet and Triple Tactics talent. I mean, it's the first time we get cards that on paper sound so broken, you know?
Yeah, and like Triple Tactical Talents and Forbidden Droplet could potentially be splashed in multiple decks. It's not just for Dogmatica, so it's definitely a card to get if you're trying to be competitive. Obviously expensive, but you know, to each their own. All right, so Omar, as of now, has 3 or 2 ultras, and he already pulled his secret. Me, on the other hand, I think we have the same thing, but in terms of price range and just top-notch cards, I think he's winning this round so far, unfortunately.
Yeah, so we finished with one side, and I believe I started on the left side, you started on the right side. So now we're switching sides. Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm not liking the odds. So let's. Oh, look at that! I got my second ultra coming back.
That's that's the best ultra you can pull in the entire set. So that's always good to see.
Is it though? Yeah, it is.
For the ultras, yeah, it is. I think nothing comes up to its price range after that at all. Like that card is just like so expensive for an ultra.
And it's because it's just needed for the deck, you know. You're gonna have to run 3 Ecclesias if you're focusing on Dogmatica.
Yeah, I mean, all the others you pretty much can splash. I mean, I've seen Maximus played at 3 as well as played at 1, and Floor played at 3 and 2, usually 2 being the minimum. But Ecclesia is always at 3, and that's just because she's vital to the engine.
Wait, hold up. Is that Odd Eyes?
Yeah, so we got Odd Eyes, Revolution Dragon, the newest card for the Pendulums, but really good card to do the scale, especially considering we have Armageddon. In Battles of Legend Armageddon, we got the price card Dark Armed, and that allows you to have a pendulum scale from 1 to 8 for dragons, which only adds more fuel to any dragon decks or pendulum decks in general.
I think you're talking about the Chaos Dragon, right?
Yeah, Chaos Emperor. Yeah, of Armageddon.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that secret. Talking about Chaos. Yeah, I mean, we have Toon Chaos. We have now Odd Eyes and the new Chaos Dragon. Like a lot of Chaos support, which is really interesting to see. Getting more Chaos support.
Well, they did bring back Blackluster Soldier off the ban list, so that's hopeful. It's always a good card to splash if you're running light and dark. Well, yeah. I do love the Infernoble Knights, and I know Omar was super excited to get at least a play set of all the support cards
Oh yeah.
to run in his deck. He has multiple decks, but most of them are trying to be competitive. He's a competitive player. You should play him. But yeah, let's talk about the Infernoble Knight support. Omar, what do you think?
So, I mean, we got pretty much the most important, aside from Renaud being important, but in Toon Chaos, which is probably the most expensive card of the archetype, of the actual Infernoble archetype, did get Oliver and Ogier. Ogier allows you to set up combo for start setting up board, and Oliver also allows you to be special summoned so that you can go into your synchro place to keep continuing your board setup. And then we also got the Infernoble Knight equip cards, which is Durandal, which you'll see I actually pulled one right now. Yeah, the Durandal, which is a really good card. Lets you search out anything you want, basically. And it becomes a target for your Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, and to be able to be special summoned onto the field. And so, really good support. I'm actually surprised that Konami went with supers in this set for the Infernoble Knights, especially considering that Toon Chaos carried pretty much the most important part of the deck. And we see Oliver right there on OCL's screen. And so to see them come up with a super, it's interesting, because I think that Infernoble is going to be a very viable deck. I mean, the extra deck is super expensive, but I think it's going to be something that we are going to see more play. I think in the LCS we did see a representation of it. Not I don't remember how much, but there was a good amount of players piloting that deck, and so that was exciting to see.
Yeah, and as you can see, we have finished our opening, and thankfully enough, they did provide a lot of different supports for different decks coming up. You know, it's going to be a fun new set unless they ban everything. Which
there is a chance. There is a chance. I mean, we're still waiting to see if Linkross is going to get banned, if Needle Fiber is going to get banned, if what other cards. I mean, there's a lot of cards that people want banned, like Sexall. So it all depends on what gets banned, but I think that going forward, it's going to be a mix-up for an interesting format coming up for sure.
Yeah, well, as you can see, our session has concluded, but on the right, we have Omar winning this match. He obviously pulled a forbidden droplet, and that's just it. That's all I needed.
That's all we needed.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Osiel.
I'm Omar.
And this has been DoubleO.
And remember, stay golden.